Hello, we are Sumin and Su. Our final project is ImmoFit Audience Status Feeding System with Effective Computing and Generative AI. Shall we start? Public speaking is fearful for everyone. Anybody knows why? We discovered some reasons like this. First, talking in front of a bunch of people is quite difficult. Second, speakers usually hard to interact with the audience and they feel very disconnected. Finally, speakers don't know whether they are going well or not. Yeah, there's some difficulties in here. So some related research are addressing this problem, but we find some room for developing their solution more. First, Effective Spotlight, published by ACM Kai 2021. Their system shows up the single audience who has the strongest reaction in every 50 seconds. However, there's a limitation to represent the all audience. So we decide to integrate the all audience like this. Second, the paper from Applied Intelligence 2022. They integrate the all audience status through this colorful figure. But this notation is too complex to grasp in a real-time speaking. So we decide to transform this like this. First, avatar. Avatar is more easier and intuitive for real-time catching. Second, end report. User can understand the audience's status in detail, and they can reflect it to the next speaking through this end report. Yeah, finally, the system serves the emotion and cognitive status both. The audience's engagement is one of the important factors in effective speaking. So, ImmoFit offers focusing and drowsiness in addition to 7 universal emotions. Also, users can select their preferred status for their speaking. For example, if they do some comedy show, they think the joy is the better to expected audience status. In the case of environmental speech, maybe the speaker wants to see more some anger reaction. Yeah, the system can tailor the user's preference. Yeah, then let's watch our demo video.
Let's start our emo feed system. First, check the feelings the speaker expects from the audience. This presenter checked focusing because it was a meeting. Since there is no significant emotional change when the presentation is held at the beginning, the audience's emotional response appears as an expressionless avatar, and the speech bubble is suggested to the presenter to change the way. When a girl appeared in the middle of the meeting, people's emotions turned into happiness. And avatars reflect this and show a pleasant atmosphere. After the speaking is over, in the report, the percentage of each emotion is first shown in a bar graph. Next, the percentage below shows whether the overall speech was positive or negative. Finally, you can see the time when the peak was taken for each emotion with a line graph, and looking at the happiness emotions here, it can be seen that the value increases after the appearance of the girl.
How did we implement our system? Yeah, this is our technical pipeline. First, the system gets the public frame like this and detects some face. Using the face's image, the system recognizes the facial expression and cognitive status, and get the status data and integrate it, and using this generate some feedback. In the same time, the system saves the data into the database and use it to visualize the dashboard. And in real time, the system show up the avatar and situation-specific feedback like this. Let me explain our system more detail. For real-time processing, we use two modules. First is emotion and cognitive status recognition, and second is face detection module. To recognize the emotion and cognitive status in one network, we designed the multi-text ResNet, one for emotion and one for cognitive status. It is trained by upward to dataset configured to the human faces in real-time situation, so it is so suitable for our purpose. Second, to detect each audience's face, we exploit the hawk faces method. Hawk means histogram of oriented gradient. For instance, if it gets the base image like this, we can watch the pixel value gradient visualization like this. Next, feedback generation part. We tune LLMs by prompt for solving situation-specific feedback. We employ GPT-4 and write prompts with our hands. Furthermore, to show up all our works, we develop web interface, React.js for frontend, Flask for server, SQLite for data management, and AMCharm for our visualization. The email feed can be available to multiple situations, offline and online both. It is easy to extend cases where requiring a large-scale feedback, such as a cinema preview, customer monitoring, and public performance or ads. Also, we tested ImoFit at our ITM senior lecture, one of the public speaking situations. We tested it 15 minutes and interviewed the professor after the presentation is finished. He mentioned it is quite interesting and it will be helpful to check the student's status in detail. Also, he mentioned that it will be easier to reflect it to the next class. Yeah, finally, what I learned. First, for me, it was very meaningful to lead the project with AI and algorithm modeling. This experience would be a great help to my broad career. Also, my teammate Sue, she feels breakthrough in her capability by working public status data visualization and research the background of our work. It is her first time to watch a bunch of paper. This is our end of presentation. Thank you for listening.